Hi, my name is Anna Huber, and this is my presentation on L1 acquisition versus L2 acquisition at Liberty University for the Department of Modern Languages in the class Applied Linguistics. First, I'd like to talk about L1 acquisition. L1 acquisition is the process of learning one's native language. This language acquisition process starts from birth until about age 6 or so. Which is when they reach their basic adult sentence structure and can have fluent conversations with other natives. On the flip side, L2 is the process of learning a language that is not native to the individual, or in other words, it's learning a language after your native language. These are often learned in schools at the high school level. At least in the United States of America, we're required to learn a second language. I'm not sure how recent that was or how long it has been since that was implemented, but I know in my high school we learned Spanish for at least 2 years. That was our language requirement. Um, Now, you didn't have to be fluent in that language, but you did have to have a basic understanding of Spanish. And through that, you can see that these are studied languages, not usually a natural learned language through childhood. Next, I'll be talking about bilingualism. I'll be talking about simultaneous and sequential bilingualism. Simultaneous is when, you guessed it, it happens at the same time. This is when a child before the age of 3 is exposed to more than one language and they're given equal opportunities or just about equal opportunities to learn and speak that language or all of those languages. Whereas sequential bilingualism is learning another language after your native or L1 language. For key terms and concepts, there's interlanguage grammar, which is a mixture between L1 and L2 languages that is formed by the learner on their own. It's like an internalized set of language rules that they have. These words are adaptive to the changes and fluctuations of how they're learning their L2 language. It can go back and forth between their native and L2 language. Next is separate systems hypothesis. This is where the theory that the child learning L1 and L2 naturally creates separate systems for both languages to prevent confusion. This is done within the child, like it's an internal thing, an internal processing thing that they are doing knowingly to acquire both languages at the same time. And finally, transfer. This is when a person takes rules from their native language and transfers it onto the next language that they're learning. And so this can impact grammar, syntax, semantics, sentence structure, and even culture. And that's all for my presentation. So thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you guys throughout the rest of the semester.